The day has finally come, boys. Today we're installing a passenger seat kit on the Rebel 1100.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Life of Birch. This is Birch, and I could not be more excited to get this passenger seat kit put on the bike because I got the bike almost 3 months ago and the kit is just now available. Shout out to Twig Cycles on eBay who actually got me this seat before my local dealer even could. I'm hoping for a quick and easy install because A, it's over 100-degree heat index today, and B, I'm a little hungover from getting a little too buck last night. So fingers crossed this goes on nice and easy, and first thing we got to do is pop it open and see what we're working with. Okay, I guess this is the instructions for it. You just scan the little QR code and it'll pull it up. I think I know what I'm doing, so I don't think I have to look it up, but if you need to, you can do this. Actually, I don't even know why I would tell you that. I'm showing you how to do it right now. Stupid. All right, so this is the new trim piece that comes with it. You'll see that when we install it on the left side of the bike. This is just a new trim piece that kind of has a cutout so that the passenger peg bracket can fit on better. So we'll put that aside, and then let's check out the seat first. All right. Looks good. You can see it has like the same quality base pan or whatever it's considered that the main seat does, so that's good. I like that it has the black brackets, keeping with just the blacked out theme of it. Thought the finish looked a little iffy, but it was actually just like fogging up from how hot it is out here. There's a white spot on there. That's coming off. I don't know what that is, maybe a paint spot or something. I'm sure that'll come off though. It's a little weird how, I don't know if you can see, how this line doesn't really like follow the line of the seat, but whatever, I'm nitpicking. Seat looks good. Now let's check out the hardware. See, this is awesome. I love this. With my Rebel 500, oh, what the heck? It's scratched. Oh my gosh, dude, the whole thing is all jacked up. Okay, you can see it has like a gnarly scratch there, chipped right here, chipped right there, scratched on the bottom there. Dude, I just do not have good luck with this bike. Let's see what this peg looks like. That's scratched too, scratch there, dinged there, scratched there. All right, well, I was gonna say it's really nice because it's already put together with all these little parts, whereas with my 500, I had to put together both of them, like put in those little bearings and that. And so yeah, it's nice that it's put together, but obviously this is not going on the bike, so that sucks. Let's get this sent back. We'll get a new one, and then we'll jump forward to the future where I have a part that's actually good enough to put on the bike. All right, ready? All right, welcome to the future where we have the parts and they are not damaged and they're ready to go on. Again, shout out to Twig Cycles, the place where I bought these from, because they got me squared away within a day. They literally overnighted this to me and they checked all the parts beforehand to make sure they were in good shape. So we're good to go. Let's go ahead and get this stuff thrown on. But first I want to explain kind of how they got damaged, because there's been probably at least 10 people that I've seen on the forums that had the same issue. So when I went back and looked at the footage, it definitely confirmed it. The way that they package it is the issue. So when Honda packs everything up, they take this right side peg and put it inside the bubble wrap with the left bracket. And you could see when I unboxed it, it was literally set like that, rubbing on it as it was shipping. And there's tons of people who've had the same issue. So that's what caused it. The guys at Twig Cycle checked it out, made sure that these parts were good, and then separated them before they shipped them. So everything showed up in good shape. So we are good to go. Sorry for the delay and everything, but I figured it would be better to kind of keep it real and show you exactly what happened as opposed to unboxing a perfect part. It's definitely an issue that Honda has with packing them together, so I figured you guys should see it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and throw everything on. The first thing I'm going to do is the seat itself to see how it looks. All right, so to put the rear seat on, first thing you need to do is take the main seat off. To do that, you literally just push the key in the ignition, turn it, you'll hear it click, and it pops right off. And then you're going to have a 6mm Allen key here and another one right here. Take those off, and then we'll put the seat on. All right, so with those bolts removed, but still with these little washer pieces in place, you're gonna take the seat and just slide it underneath the little frame rail there, put it in place over top of the washers, and then screw it down. All right, Easy enough, it's on. And it's also worth noting that the front of the seat has this little strap here. That's if a passenger wants to hold on to it or whatever. So that's the front, and we're good to go here. Now we'll throw on the right side peg. All right, so putting on the right side bracket should be pretty easy. We have a 6mm Allen key here and a 12mm nut on the back side. This is just because I have the Two Brothers exhaust though. If you have the stock exhaust, it'll be a 12mm on both sides. So we're just gonna take that off, and then the peg will slide right into place. It has this little pin right here that'll line up with this hole right there to keep it in place. Ow. So slight oversight, I forgot that the stock exhaust has this like washer, like rubber, whatever dampener that's like this wide. So this is actually too long to go through there. It leaves some space hanging out on the back. So what you have to do is take a washer, and once you put that on, put the washer on the back and then put the nut over top of that. Again, if you have the stock exhaust, it's not an issue, but if you have an aftermarket exhaust, you're gonna need some sort of spacer. I have this pack of spacers that I used for when I did the T-Rex frame slider install on my Rebel 500. It's 3/4 outer diameter, 5/16 inner diameter, and it's 3/4 of an inch long. So that should do the trick for us. All right, that did the trick. Everything works as it should. I love the fact that the peg is black to match the blacked out look of the bike. And it's also nice because with the Two Brothers exhaust, they give you a stainless bolt, and this kind of removes that, takes some of the shininess away from the bike and adds some more black. So super pleased with that. And now for the most in-depth part, I guess, we're gonna throw on the left side bracket. All right, so to put the left side bracket on, first thing we need to do is remove the battery tray. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that we need to remove. These are just little like pop rivet things. So these front two you just unscrew and then pop out. These are just normal screws down in there. So we're gonna take those out, and then the tray will pop out. Okay, that one worked. Okay, that completely stripped out. Thank God, dude, finally. And just like that, the battery tray pops out. All right, so that was obnoxious. I don't know how much I'm gonna keep in the video and how much I'm not, but long story short, Thor himself tightened down that last bolt. Both of them were tricky to get out, but that last one was literally impossible. I stripped the ever-loving crap out of it. So I had to run to the store and get an extractor bit set because, of course, I couldn't find mine. So while I was gone, I sprayed some PB Blast in there. You can probably see I sprayed on the back and the top to hopefully loosen it up. Got an extractor bit and it came right out. So be warned, Thor himself might have tightened that down. I don't know what was going on or if I'm just feeling weak today, but it's out. Now the next part that we got to do is get these two 8mm Allen key bolts out and then install the bracket. Oh my gosh. All right, the space for this one is definitely tighter than the other, but fits in there. Whoo, yay, both of these came off nice. These are the ones that I've heard of people having an issue with getting off, so I'm glad that that worked out. So now with these bolts removed, we can take out this little side panel right here. This is the part that they gave the extra one for with the little cutout. So you can see it kind of has like some tabs there, there, and there, and it'll pop out. And then it looks like there might be a little push pin right under there that we have to get to also. Oh, and we also have this little clip on there, so we'll pull that off. All right, so it seems like this, you just kind of slide up and then it pops right off. So you can see this is the stock one, this is the new one, so this one has a little cutout so the bracket can fit in there. All right, so that just pops right back into place, and then we can put this connector back on it. I feel like from what I've read online, lots of people said they put the bracket on first and then put this in place, but it just seemed like it made a lot more sense to put that there first, so I don't know. We'll see if it works. I gotta put this little push pin back in here. All right, so that's in place. And then if you look at it from the top down, you can see that that's why we add this piece, so it has this little cutout so the bracket can fit there. So we're gonna slide the bracket in and then 2 8mm to put it back in place. All right, it's on there nice and firm. I think we're finally done almost. So it's on there nice and good. Both sides are working just as they should. flip up, flip down, and then again you can see here how this little cutout on the new panel piece helps so that fits. This bolt's easy to get to. This one's definitely a little bit trickier. I found it was easiest to take these wires and kind of put them over while you were working instead of having them there like smashed, blocking stuff. So that one was definitely more of a patience is a virtue kind of thing. This one was easy enough. All right, so let's go ahead and throw the seat on, see how it looks all put together. I'm a little skeptical because this is the diamond stitch seat and they don't offer a diamond stitch rear seat, so it doesn't exactly match. But let's see. Oh yeah, she's looking good. If it weren't for that bolt stripping out, it honestly probably would have been like a 20-minute process, but it turned into like an hour or more. So have your extractor bits ready, maybe put some PB Blast on there beforehand and you should be good. Seems comfy enough. It seems firmer than the stock seat, which might be a good thing for your passenger so it doesn't start squishing down, breaking down. So there you have it. Easy in theory, not so easy in practice, only because of that stripped out bolt and the damaged parts. The last thing you would have to do is put this battery tray back on, but I'm not going to do that just yet for two reasons. One, it's covered in PB Blast, so I'm going to wash it out before I put it on. And for two, I scratched it a little bit when I was trying to get the bolt out, so I'm a perfectionist. I might end up ordering another one. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to wash it out, throw that back on, and that would be the last step. So now you're ready to rock and see how it does with the passenger, which speaking of which, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because now that it's on, as soon as I get back from vacation, I'm going to find some unsuspecting female, take her out on the back and see how it does with her on there. I'm assuming it's going to do a lot better than my 500, but my biggest concern is the rear suspension. If you didn't see my previous video where I dialed in the suspension for me, definitely check that out. So my main thing is just figuring out when I put a passenger on the back, how many clicks I need to turn the preload up for it to be safe. Well, safe and comfortable. So anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for following along for the install and all of my frustrations. She is looking good and hopefully more aftermarket parts will be available soon. But as for now, subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a big thumbs up so YouTube knows I'm doing something right, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Love you guys.